And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Today we're continuing along with Doom Arrival, which is, as I've mentioned, an expansive 10-map WOD created in 2021. This is Map 3, Water Putrefier. This is a fun map, certainly tough at times. Lots of enemies, lots of distinct areas. No Cyber Demon, but we do get a Spider Mastermind, and as usual, lots and lots of Revenants and Archviles. I hope you enjoy. The game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Hell on Earth platform. As always, we're playing on the Ultraviolence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all three of these categories. There are 306 kills to be had, there is a secret, and 309 items to pick up. So we have our work cut out for us, I think. So let's go ahead, pick up the goodies, including the regular shotgun and some ammo. So having the regular shotgun now, we can go ahead. There will be enemies to the left and to the right. Pick a side and just start picking them off without sticking your head out too far, because there are some chain gunners. You don't want too much trouble with your regular shotgun, as you can see. There we go. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to grab that chain gun and then duck in this little alcove here for the moment, because there will be a lot more enemies coming from the right. Nothing too crazy, but plenty if you're not careful. Alright, so now we go ahead and we pick up the ammo. There are more gunners to the end, unless they've all come out. No, it looks like they have. And so now we turn our attention to the Revenant that's guarding the green armor over here. So let's go ahead and light them up. Get your green armor and you're good to go. Now this section, you might take a little bit of damage because there's a whole bunch of gunners below, but we do want them to infight, and or we want to take care of them by shooting them ourselves, because we will definitely be encountering them later. Got some more over here. As you can hear, they're not being very friendly with each other, and that's fine. Of course, you might take a little bit of damage, and that's fine. There is a health pack here. There are also health packs scattered throughout, but there is, more importantly, here I'll just activate the imps there, and I'll do the same here, but be careful, there are chain gunners across the way. There's a berserk pack here, so we'll leave that for the moment, although you can grab it right away if you've fared a little less well. And there is an armor bonus here. It's easy to forget, so why don't we go ahead and grab it. I like to try to take care of some of those chain gunners across the way. Not easy, but they will cause some trouble. And we're going to go out there and grab what will be the, not the berserk pack, but the rocket launcher. We're going to want to do that. So let's go ahead now. So what's going to happen? I have left the berserk pack for now, but you can pick it up if you want. I'm going to hit the switch. I'm going to go ahead and grab the rocket launcher, which is over this way for some weapon collection, and hoof it back here to hide behind this area as a whole point. A whole bunch of enemies are going to teleport here, mostly gunners, but then Archvile is going to appear this way. And we definitely want to be ready for the Archvile, so we want to duck around there to kind of delay its appearance. So let's go ahead, grab, shoot. Not easy, of course. There's lots of enemies coming in. And as soon as it's reasonable to assume that the... Oh, yeah, he got a little too close. Or did I get a little too close? I think that's probably a little bit more accurate. Don't worry too much, though, because the Berserk pack hasn't been touched yet. There's also other health packs lying about. Alright, so with the rocket launcher, we're probably going to want to take care of the Mancubi. There's two coming our way. And that's that. There's also an Archvile down that way, so don't be caught out in the open. We're going to take on that Archvile a little later. Maybe 3 shots for the Mancubus, and that's that. So, okay, so I think we can either grab some health or just grab the Berserk pack. I'm going to grab the Berserk pack because, well, it's a good idea to power up, and we can save the health for later. And if it comes up, we can punch out some enemies too with that Berserk Pack. A bunch of Arachnotrons, we're going to leave them for the moment because we're going to want to clear out the area. See, they're in a large area in a water pit, but the only way to get out of there is through a lift that takes us to a bunch of chain gunners. So we're going to want to clear that area first. Otherwise, by the time we take care of the Arachnotrons, we're going to find ourselves cut to pieces potentially by the gunners. So let's go ahead and clear this area first. We're trying to activate some Cacos as well. And the reason for that is we might get some infighting. Looks like we will be getting some. Oop. Try not to fire from underneath this little overhang because, well, as you can see, the rocket will kind of blow up in your face. So don't do that. We do have some shotgun shells. We can use them for now. Now, some of the Cacos could go through the window where the Arachnotrons are and sneak up from behind you. It doesn't happen very often. Just be mindful of that. So keep an eye. Okay, we'll grab a little bit more ammo this way. Be careful not to go too far back because of the Arachnotrons. And we'll continue this way with these enemies. Now, I'm not... Yeah, see, there's one of the Cacos did come around indeed. So it depends where you're hanging out, I guess. Oop. Hello, chain gunner. He came from all the way down the way where we're trying to get rid of them after so we can take care of those Arachnotrons. It does sound a little complicated, but it does make sense if you think about it. And there's the other Caco that went the other way. I was kind of hoping that barrel would do a little bit more damage. And that seems to be that. Okay, we'll pick up a little bit of health to kind of lick our wounds. And we'll continue. As you can see, there are a lot of enemies and it's pretty busy. Okay, I think we've taken care of the enemies here. So just for the moment, we'll drop down just to kind of power up a little bit, replenish our supplies. The teleporter will take us back to where the switch is, so don't linger because the Arachnotrons and the Archvile can definitely see you. So this is the area I'm talking about. You will pop out of here once you take care of those Arachnotrons over there. So we definitely want to take care of this area first. It seems, I don't know if there was infighting or they're just wandering around, but they seem to have cleared the area anyway. So that kind of worked out, but you can never be assured of that at all. So now armed with a bunch of rockets, let's go have some rocket fun with the Arachnotrons. Take care of the two over here. That should do it, unless I only hit him once. There we go. So let's go ahead now to the next Arachnotron. And we do get a generous amount of rockets. I mean, feel free, of course, to use other weapons. You don't really need to be that rocket happy. It's just a little bit quicker. And you know, Classic Doom Walkthroughs does love his reckless rocket firing. Although I don't consider it too reckless, but to others it might seem a bit reckless. I leave that up to you to decide, but that's okay. You can use any weapon you like at your leisure to take care of the Arachnotrons. There's no reason to only use rockets if you're not comfortable doing that. Health if you need it. Certainly the ammo is welcome. And this is the part I was telling you. You have to come up this way, and there's usually 3 chain gunners waiting for you. So that problem having been taken care of in advance, a preemptive strike, if you will, now we can do a little bit more map progression. This will take us up to, at first, 2 chain gunners, so be ready for them. They'll be ready for you, and there will be 2 more on this side, to the left. To the right will be a Mancubus and an Arachnotron. So you do want to hope that they will fire and interact in a not-so-friendly way. Okay, there we go. So while they're doing that and not being happy with each other, we'll go ahead and wait for the victor. Usually the Arachnotron, but not always. And we definitely use a lot less ammo, taking care of the enemies that way. Pick up your armor bonuses. We're going to head down now. Stimpack if you need it. There will be a shotgun around the corner usually. Do grab your armor bonuses. There we go. And we will find a Mancubus kind of loafing around in that little doorway. It'll come out, and we should off it with whatever weaponry you see fit. I see we have a good amount of rockets, so I say why not? And at this range, maybe we'll require another bullet or two, or a shotgun shell or two. There we go. Don't get too close to that opening because there are some revenants in there. We don't want to alert them if possible. We want to kind of get the jump on them after. So we're just going to kind of like take care of these imps. And then we're going to kind of sneak along the wall here, hoping they're not going to see us, but there are 2 or 3 revenants down below. So let's go ahead and blast them if we can. I think they're all gone. They are. Okay, so now let's try to get the jump on the revenants that are down here. Don't hit the switch yet. We're just going to use this area kind of as like a staging ground, really. And then, yeah, looks like we got them both, so that's pretty good. Pick up the health bonuses, pick up the ammo and health if you need it. Certainly a little bit of ammo here too. And now we can go ahead and press the switch. It will reveal 2 armor bonuses, potentially some imps. We will explore that area below, so do grab the armor bonuses. We will explore that later for sure. But while we're here, if the imps, the survivors of the imps anyway, are in a favorable position, if I can just get a beat on them. Oh boy. Okay, well there we go. So now let's go ahead and we continue with map progression. We'll just go back to the area that we were at. Won't take more than a sec. And then we'll continue down to an area that is fun, but has a tedious element to it. There is a zombie man that is very hard to activate. And if he doesn't activate, you'll either not get your 100% or you will have to ID clip to get him. And I don't intend to have either of those scenarios play out. So it's my scenario and hope to get all 4 of them to wake up. So let's first take care of these revenants down below with our fairly generous rocket supply. Nope. Need to dodge better than that. Come here, you. Alright, clinkety clink, and the bones are rankling. Okay, take all the health bonuses that are here. Now, what I'm referring to is you saw all the 4 gunners up here. You have an equivalent shelf area, I guess you can put it, up here. And they're really, it's hard to see. I don't use free look. Maybe for free look it'd be easier to see. I don't know. But there are 4 of them up there. And what usually happens is one of them doesn't wake up at all until you wake it up from the next room. So I think for sure we have 2. See if I can wake anybody else up. I don't think so. No, so unless there's been some infighting, there's going to be 1 or 2 zombie men up there. So we're going to have to make sure that before this whole level lowers, that we get a bead on them and at least wake them up. It's tedious and really not the best design, but what are you going to do? So let's go ahead and take care of these lost souls. Regular shotgun I think is sufficient, but you can definitely use your chain gun too. Try to be on the edge of this step so that doesn't happen. The lost soul doesn't hit you in the face. It'll kind of get hung up on the pillar. So let's go ahead, pick up the health bonuses. Sure, there are more lost souls here, just around the corner, so let's go ahead and take care of them. 3 if memory serves. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget the ammo. So now's a fun, well, I shouldn't say it's the fun part. It's a bit tedious, to be fair. I'm trying to play it up better than it is. So take out your chain gun, because we need to wake up 1, possibly 2. Okay, well, I woke up 1 for sure. I'm not convinced they're both woken up. So there's 1. I'm not convinced that's the only one, though. I am concerned about it. So I'll try to kind of like hop off the edge. I think I did wake him up. So if I did, that is wonderful. I don't know if you were able to see that zombie man. He was hiding behind the pillar. Yes, I see it walking around. So now, in order to get our 100% and avoid ID clip, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we grab the yellow key, and now it's too late to wake them up if we weren't able to, because there's no way to get this high again, and it just doesn't work out. Break out your rocket launcher, take your partial invisibility, and get ready for some Archvile fun, because they're coming. You got your super shotgun, feel free to use it. There we go, and that's that. If you get kind of pinned, you can always hide behind these pillars to evade, so that's okay too. So now this area is completed. Mercifully, we've taken care of everybody in there. Now we have a yellow key, so we can do more map progression. So let's use a little shortcut here. We'll hop down. And now we're able to explore this area. We already took care of the enemies. So there's not a lot to do now, but we're going to go ahead and progress. This just takes us up to where those revenants were. We were trying to avoid their gaze. Anyway, it just takes us up to there, so we don't need to go up. Here's the yellow door. No danger in it at the moment. But go ahead and pick up the ammo. It's generous. Health if you need it. And now this will open. Now, this will close behind you, but the minute we walk into around where those plasma packs are, a bunch of pinkies and an archvile are going to appear. We do want to hope that the archvile is paying attention to our rockets, i.e. taking it right in the face. There we go. And now armed with the Berserk Pack, if you prefer to save some ammo, you can use, you know, whatever tactics you want to not be surrounded. I'm hoping I'm successful in doing that. But remember, the pillars behind you have closed, a little bit of a gate, but they will open up. I'm not sure the exact timing of it, maybe half a minute or so. Yeah, so now that's open. So instead of doing map progression, we're going to do a little bit of a detour. We're going to go into this unexplored so far area. Take care of these gunners. There's a secret as well, and it will make sense in a moment. So let's go ahead and take care of the enemies. We had, to our left, we had some gunners, and to the right, we have some imps. Come back here, you. Yeah, you do remember, perhaps, that where I said that archvile was all down by the way where the blue key door was? Yeah, it's right here. A lot easier to tangle with from this angle. So let's see if we can, like, cause it some trouble with some rockets, or if you prefer, you can use a chain gun, whatever you're most comfortable with. There we go. And now we don't have to worry about Archie for the rest of the map. It's taken care of. So, as you see, there is a blue armor. We desperately want that mega armor, but this lift does not function. I guess we can go ahead and grab the Berserk Pack. You could save it if you want for health. I just, for the sake of expediency and getting the map to move along, I'll grab it now. You can see this wall. There's a little bit of an indent here. It's not quite right. Go ahead and press it. It will reveal a switch. Turn around, and you'll enjoy the lift activating. And now we can not only get the mega armor, we can also tag the secret associated with it. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. So that's great. So now we're not going to continue down this way again. We're going to continue to do kind of these side quests in this area for more weapon collection, more enemy disposal, and it'll make more sense in the long run. We're also going to get a plasma rifle. That's one of the reasons that we're going to come this way first. Revenants down the way. Light them up, I say. Oh, I didn't see the second one coming, and that's what happens. So there will be a bunch of imps here. The Revenants are not necessarily right near us, so don't worry. This is simply Imp Town. So let's go ahead and grab what we want to grab, including the imps. Pick up the ammo. And then where the archvile was, there's a whole bunch of health bonuses. Let's pick them up now. Why not? This is where we dispose of the archvile, and there's the blue key for the exit. Don't fall down there. There's no way out of it. I couldn't figure out a way to get out. I don't think there's a teleporter. I think it's fairly instant death, so stay away from that damaging area. And now all those areas are cleared out. More ammo if you need it. Now, we're going to be running around here. I like to dispose of these barrels. I'm just going to be honest with you. I mean, they could help to dispose of enemies as we're running out, but I find it's more likely that it's going to cause us damage. It's a 50-50 mix. So I take out the plasma rifle, which we're going to get right up there. I'm just showing you what I want to do. So we're going to run up there, we're going to come around, blast our way through here, and use this area again as a hold point, because a whole bunch of enemies are going to teleport in here, including the Revenants. So let's go ahead, pick up the plasma rifle, fire off a little bit, and then we can use a little bit of plasma, why not? And then if there's no more revenants, or if you're comfortable... After all that, I got tagged by the imp. Good lord. What are you going to do? And that's it. And so that's a bit of a nasty trap if you're not ready for it. So there's more plasma here. Do pick it up. Don't forget you already got the plasma rifle. That's the starting area. That's where we started. And so we have one final area for our little side quest. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over to that pillar and take cover there because there's a bunch of lost souls. And we don't want to be swarmed. They're annoying as it is, so why make it worse? There's a few more around the corner, and by using these two pillars as holding points, you're not likely to take any damage anyway from the lost souls. Looks pretty good. So let's pick up the goodies. Armor if you need it. Certainly the health bonuses. Now, there are 4, I think, chain gunners across through that little empty window. So let's fire off one, and then chain gun any survivors, which there are none. So that's what I do. We're going to be in that area later. We don't want those chain gunners there. So let's go ahead and pick up the armor bonuses and health bonuses. There is a revenant around the corner here, and a computer area map counts as an item too. And that's that. Take care of revenant, grab all the goodies, and now we're done this area in our quote-unquote side quest. And now we're ready to go back and continue with map progression. Okay, now if you remember where we were, again, don't fall in here, not a good place to fall. This is where we kind of took our side quests to begin, and we didn't complete this area. Well, this is now where we're going to go at this point. So grab your plasma rifle, get ready to, you know, evade, I guess, if you can, the crushers, and let's go ahead and take care of the Kako, but more importantly, there are a bunch of gunners and a pain elemental, which I think is a well worth using the plasma for. Considering I can just grab another one right here. Well, thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. And that clears out this area, save and except for some imps to the left. So why don't we go ahead and get rid of little brown-legged impies over here. And they're done. Now, this is not a secret area, surprisingly. But we do want the BFG. It's activated in the next room as you kind of go up the stairs and go on a raised platform. You have to quickly turn left and fire shots. The switch will appear there for a short period. And if you do hit the switch, you can come out. There will be pillars here that will raise up and allow us to access the BFG, which we will need for the section coming up. So that's how all that works. So let's go ahead and see if we can make it all work perfectly. Nothing works perfectly, but we can certainly try. So my goal here is to get some of these enemies to come towards me, and the reason for that is there will be an arch file, and it does become tedious when all the enemies get revived. You just have to keep killing them and killing them and killing them, and they also get in the way for either your plasma rifle or your rockets to dispose of the arch file, which is the more menacing enemy, of course. So did I get everybody? It looks like it. So as you know, I love to use my rockets. Feel free to use your plasma rifle. Just go ahead and fire off. Remember, the door can come down, so be careful. Maybe another rocket. All right. And that's that. And Archie is gone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to grab the invisibility, but we're also going to end up on that little area. We're going to turn, we're going to fire in that direction to activate the BFG, if you remember what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and quickly do that. You can see the switch there. I hope I got it. Otherwise, I got to go back and do this sequence again. I did. So let's go ahead now. Grab our BFG. And let's head back in and cause some pain to our foes, shall we? Well, BFG is not the fastest acting weapon, as you know. But it does pack a punch, doesn't it? All right. I think we've had enough fun. Let's go ahead and pick up some goodies. We can go ahead. We're partially protected, not fully, of course. There we go. There is... Well, I guess I'll take care of this Kako too. There is a backpack. Quit running, you. There's a backpack in here. Don't forget it. It counts as an item, right? And so now there will be gunners and other baddies all around, so just be careful of that. Don't go down there yet. We will. If you can see up there, there's a red key, so that'll be the excuse to to drop in there. Lots of gunners around the corner, so don't just waggle your way out. Take your time. Use this corner as a carefully constructed hold point. Lots of gunners there. I don't use rockets there really because the pillars mostly block the rockets and you're just counting on too much splash for my taste. That's just me. So go ahead and pick up. There's lots of plasma. There's lots of shotgun. You can pick up a lot of ammo that way. And now we have some revenants. I like to use rockets because I just like to use rockets. I know we got lots of plasma, but we get an inordinate amount of rockets in my view. So I like to use them. All right, there are armor bonuses here, plus a bunch of ammo. So just carefully make... Whoop! As I say carefully, I blow it up in my face. Carefully make your way over here, as there are enemies afoot. There is another Kako, which I'm not sure where it kind of drifted off to. Ah, there it is. Come here, you. All right. Okay, well, subject to the rocket blowing up in your face, don't do that. There will be an area here which has a lot of enemies kind of tightly compressed. Hard to see over the bodies, so just be mindful of that. And here comes a Revenant, always looking to cause trouble. There's also Chain Gunner, so we're going to go ahead and be careful. Make our way up, grab the rockets, grab the armor bonuses more importantly. There's the chain gunner I was talking about, and I think we already alerted the other Revenant, so that's fine. Let's just take care of this chain gunner. And now pick up the ammo. There's lots of it, so why not? It's okay to be greedy with ammo. You never know when you're going to need it. There we go. And that should be everybody. It is. Okay, so what we're going to do, we'll grab the rockets, of course, is what we're going to do is we're going to press the switch. It will lower the pillar for the red key. We're going to go ahead, grab the red key, probably leave everything else, hit the teleporter. With our BFG, we're going to blast the doors where I'm pointing because a whole bunch of Revenants are going to appear there. So that's my strategy. So I'm hoping it'll work. It has worked in the past. We'll wait for the red key to descend all the way. Otherwise, you're waiting in the damaging floor for it to fall. Okay. Hop down, grab the red key, grab the teleporter, and fire. Not too bad. There. And that's how I do that. I think it's easy breezy. Pick up some rockets if you need them. There is more ammo there, including plasma, but it's a damaging floor, so I mean, it's up to you. If I had less than 100 health at this point, I would, because I could just replenish with the health packs, but since I have more, I don't feel like I want to waste the health. It's probably more valuable at this point. Now, completing that area, we have the red key, more health here. Take the teleporter, take us back to this familiar area, and if you remember your way, we're going to take a little shortcut to get to the red key. Well, the red key door, I guess. So let's go ahead, and there it is. Now, grab your BFG, or you can use your rocket launcher. As soon as we kind of approach in here, a spider mastermind will appear on the platform to our left. She's guarding the blue key, or she'll be in front of it anyway. A whole bunch of other enemies, including chain gunners and Revenants, will be around the corner too, so it's dangerous. But as soon as we get towards those barrels, some Revenants will teleport here behind us. So I'm going to try to use the BFG to blast it. There's a little bit more plasma down the way. It'll be plenty, in my opinion, for the spider masterminds. Let's go ahead. Let's start the trouble. Did we not go far enough? No. There we go. Oh, I thought there were more. Yeah, okay. Oh, well, that's fine. So now we've taken care of those enemies. Keep yourself away from the spider mastermind. You don't want that juice. You don't want that action. So there are more enemies coming. Just keep in mind, you're trying to keep your distance from the spider mastermind too. Right? Keep away. There we go. So it looks like we've managed to evade everybody's ire. Well, that was close, but we did. Now, break out seemingly the enemies are gone in this area. Let's break out the BFG and take care of Her Majesty. And that's that. And say goodnight to Her Majesty. She's been put down with the BFG. A very nice weapon to have. As long as you go ahead with that non-secret area to grab the BFG, you should have no trouble with her. Of course, you do get the plasma rifle in any event. So even if you don't get the BFG, it's certainly a doable thing. Blue key still not available to us. This familiar area, you may remember we shot these 4 gunners with 1 rocket, and I went for the chain gun, but there were no survivors, so we didn't need to do that. So that's where we are now. As soon as we approach the switch, I've noticed it's not really pressing it by approaching it. You get a bunch of revenants popping in here, so we're going to jump right back with the BFG. And I think that should do it. Maybe we have a straggler. There we go. So now we can press the switch, pick up the ammo. There were some goodies here too. Make sure you pick them up. And now we have the blue key available to us. So let's go ahead and get it. Yeah. And that should do it. I mean, I'm going to do the final count when we get to the blue key door. But unless I've missed something or forgotten something or something just didn't work out as well as I'd hoped, we should be done. So let's go ahead, carefully make our way up to the blue key door. There are no more enemies at this point. It was being guarded by the Archvile. And yes, let's do our final count. Yes, all 312 kills. We did get the secret and all 309 items. You know what that means, indeed. We're done. And that is Water Putrefier, a really fun map. I really enjoy this one. I really enjoy most of the maps in Arrival. They're very challenging. They're quite expansive. They're long. They are potentially hazardous for narrated walkthroughs because you just never know when you're going to have to redo. But with enough practice, I think you get the hang of it. It is definitely a fun playthrough. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the map, the walkthrough, the tips, the tricks, the pleasure of watching, whatever cranks your chain is fine with me. Just hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. But for now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time.